this is a picture of our brain. It looks like a walnut and has some holes. Now look at this picture. This is surprisingly also a picture of our brain, but somehow it's different with the picture we looked a few moments ago. It is more shrink and has giant holes. What happened to our brain? The culprit of this phenomenon is a disease called dementia. So now let's find out what dementia is. What it is. Dementia is a brain disorder that destroys abilities for cognitive function like thinking, reasoning, and learning. It is caused when one particular disease damages brain cells, and this disease can vary, like frontotemporal dementia or vascular dementia, but is mostly caused by illness called Alzheimer's disease, from 60% to 70%. Because it is the main factor, Alzheimer's disease and dementia are often referred as the same illness, but now you'll know this is a misconception. Dementia has diverse symptoms. One main symptom most patients experience is memory loss. Severe patients can't even remember their friends, family, or who they are, which is extremely heartbreaking. Since it is sympathetic, dementia is often used as a subject for a movie or drama. Another symptom that usually occurs to patients is word-finding problems, so it's hard for patients to communicate fluently like they did before. Moreover, impaired judgment and behavior change occur often to patients too. Now, what are the factors of this heartbreaking disease? Mostly people over 60 suffer from dementia because it is prone for their brain cells to be damaged, but dementia is not a natural part of aging. Therefore, even youth can get dementia with these reasons. First is lack of exercise. If people only stay at home without getting enough sunlight, it's far easier for them to get dementia. Next is air pollution. Polluted air can give great damage to our brain. Third is education deficiency. Smoking can also trigger to dementia. It makes our brain shrink at a faster rate, particularly areas responsible for learning and thinking. Health problems like traumatic brain injury and problem in blood pressure can even engage in causing dementia too. One funny fact about dementia is that the possibility of getting it differs from the gender of a person. Women are more likely to get dementia, unfortunately, because everyone here in this classroom are female. If you look at this graph from the age of 75, you can see that women get twice as more dementia in comparison with men. Now, what is the reason of this phenomenon? The reason for this is that because women are more likely to live than men on average, but because elderly are most of the patients, it looks like women are more vulnerable to dementia. Now that you know what dementia is, I'll tell you how to prevent this awful thing from happening to you. Dementia has warning signs, so if you know these well and handle it properly, I'm confident that you'll stay away from this awful disease. These are the early signs: behavior changes, language difficulties, money challenges, reading struggles, wayfinding challenges, withdrawing from interest, social difficulties, memory loss, difficulty completing tasks, and delusions. If you doubt that you have one of these symptoms, go straight to the doctor. And after going to the doctor, you can stop this disease from getting worse with these ways. Increase physical activity like riding a bike or walking. Having a healthy diet with lots of vegetables are important. Also, have more time with your friends and family. Communicate with them as much as you can. Last but not least, eat proper medicine you get prescribed from your doctor. Now, this is the end of my presentation. To sum up, if you have no questions, let's go on to quiz. First question, what disease mostly triggers dementia?
Alzheimer's disease.
Yes, the answer to first question is Alzheimer's disease. Second question, who is more likely to get dementia, women or men?
Women.
Yes, the answer was women. This is a world map of dementia, and this country in this red circle is our home, South Korea. In this world map, our Korea is colored yellow, and the brain countries see after worst dementia, our Korea will be 154th. If you think 154th is not that bad, look at this chart. In this chart, we can see that the money going into dementia and number of patients are increasing as time goes on in South Korea. People also predict that in 2060, 323.3 people will suffer from dementia and $105.7 will go into dementia. Now you'll know that dementia is not another people's affair. So it's time for us to prevent this awful disease from happening to you for ourselves. Thanks for listening.